Joining me now are Billy Prempeh, and a Republican running for Congress in New Jersey, and Cicely Davis, a Republican who says she is running for Congress in Minnesota to beat Ilhan Omar and save Minneapolis. Cicely, I'm going to start with you because right now America wants you to win, at least patriotic America. People with shields on our chest, thin blue lines on our chest, want you to beat her. What's your plan?
Well, you know what? Thank you so much for having me. And thank you for playing that clip, because I want to make sure that America is not dissuaded. I want to make sure that we do not allow Ilhan Omar or the squad to memory hold the fact that this was their anthem. This was their thesis. And they ran around all of 2020 preaching this. And we are now living in the results of that. And so the repercussions are strong. And I tell you what, it's time for the constituency here to create a new narrative. We have to accept that this agenda is not working. It's failing people, and it's most definitely failing Black America.
Yeah, and Billy, let's talk a little bit about, I think you said in some of the notes I was reading that you don't support Black Lives Matter. Tell us why that's the case.
I don't support Black Lives Matter because I support the concept that, yes, Black Lives Matter, everybody's life matters. But the problem is Black Lives Matter is using this as an opportunity to burn down our cities, to push division, and to frankly cause law and order all across our country. And that's something that I don't stand for. I've always been a proponent of the police. I've been a very strong proponent of law and order. And I see the chaos that it's been causing all across the United States. The Democrats tend to use race to control people and to manipulate people and pull on their emotional heartstrings. But that doesn't work with me. I see the nonsense. Black Lives Matter. They're out there buying mansions with the money that they've been raising. They're not doing anything to actually help further the advancement of African American people or America as a whole. It's a big flat out lie, and I don't support it at all.
Yeah, and Cicely, you're running in a district that, obviously against Ilhan Omar in Minnesota, where this thing all started. It all started, and this is where the defund the police battle cry started, in the wake of the George Floyd situation. So what about that? What about, is it time to refund the police, and how are you going to get that message to the people in Minneapolis who still think Ilhan Omar is their person to represent them?
Right. So this is ground zero. And so we see this with Black Lives Matter, and we see it with the Canadian truckers. In both cases, mainstream media concluded that they were like animals. The difference was that they portrayed Black Lives Matter as righteous animals that were duty bound to support, whereas the predominantly white Canadian truckers are considered unjustifiable animals that they're duty bound to condemn and demoralize. So that pendulum of bigotry has swung drastically. And so what we need to do is get Black folks to understand, the Black community to understand that this bigotry is failing, that we simply cannot afford an Ilhan Omar. This city, this constituency, this district, this country can no longer afford an enemy with a Marxist socialist agenda. We are rendered bankrupt, socially and morally bankrupt. We need new leadership. We need to get this out. And the people who are in this district are going to have to ask themselves if the juice was worth the squeeze. And I would have to say that it's not.
I don't mean, I think we're losing your audio a little bit. It's cutting in and out. I apologize, Cicely. Billy, I got 20 seconds for you to make your final pitch here, my friend.
So here's what I'll say is this, is in District 9, crime has been tremendously bad. It's been a huge problem. In the city of Patterson, the 4th ward where I live right now, crime has been going out of control. 2020 broke 1989's violent crime records. 2021 broke the records, and 2022 is on pace for that. It's now that my opponent and the mayor of Patterson are deciding to actually take action, but it's a little bit too late. In 2022, not only are we going to take over the House, but myself, as well as Troy Oswald and Alex Cruz, who are running with me in Passaic County. These are police officers with a huge reputation in the community. We're going to bring law and order and safety right back into our community. And the Democrats keep on being crazy because you're making us look great.
Yep. Keep on being crazy. Big red wave on its way. Billy Prempeh and Cicely Davis, thank you both for joining us.
Good to see you. Take care.